ladies, hello. Once again, my name is Tuwisha Rogers-Simpson. I represent the National Museum of African American Music, and we are humbled and excited to have you all here. So, good afternoon.
Good
Good
afternoon,
afternoon.
and thanks for having us.
Of course, of course. And so we want to jump right into it. But just so you know, if you may not know a little bit about the museum, we recently opened up this past January, and we're the only institution dedicated to celebrating and preserving the history of Black music. And we are also located in Nashville, Tennessee, but we are a national museum. And we are super excited because here we tell the untold stories of where American history and American music collide, which gives us what we know is now Black music. We're
That's
Yes.
so proud.
wonderful.
And so, just sharing that brief introduction with you all, what is your initial reaction? How do you feel about an institution dedicated to you and what you have done in your legacy?
Oh my gosh. Incredibly honored, um, and blessed and grateful that we've been able to exist for 30 years now. And we're just humbled and we say thank you for including us
And preserving the
preserving the music.
legacy of African American music.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. And so, with that, another legacy project that you are currently working on, I mean, while we're here, is Coming to America too. How exciting. And I think it's super exciting personally because we're in the decade of Wakanda, right? And in my mind, Coming to America was the first Wakanda movie, if you will.
Yeah.
That's right.
Right.
Right? African Americans being celebrated in royalty. And so, just without giving out too many spoilers, can you just share a little bit about, with us about that experience?
It was first of all, to get the call and asked if we could be available to participate in the film, um, and and work with another very iconic girl group who we love and admire. To come together, we were like, "Oh, are you kidding? Do you have to even ask?" You know,
Right.
it was such an amazing experience, and we were so happy to be a part of such a, like, the sequel to such an iconic film, and just to know that every person that was a part of that original cast was back in full force, and then some,
Right.
right? And then some. It was just an amazing experience, and then also visually to be on that set and to see the amazing detail that they put into the set design, the amazing detail that was put into all of the wardrobe and
Mhm.
hair and makeup and all the beautiful people that were there on that set, that beautiful cast, and the energy and the electricity that was in the air.
Yes.
It was lightning in a jar.
Was it really?
It was.
Yeah.
It
Celebrate Zamunda.
was.
They,
Yeah,
they
it was
really
really
made a Zamunda.
surreal.
Oh my
Really.
gosh, it was like you were in Zamunda.
Yeah.
Like the detail, we couldn't
We're like,
believe it.
this is what Zamunda is
We couldn't
like.
believe it. It was
It's
like,
like
oh,
this is more than a set. This is an
they
actual
went
film.
all
Zamunda.
they went all out, and then
Yeah.
they went all out on Tyler Perry's film lot.
Right.
Like,
Yes.
it was such a proud
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah, it was a dream come true.
It was.
Oh my gosh, I could just feel your energy, and to your point, there's layers to it, right? It's the initial
Mhm.
legacy of Coming to America, which,
Right.
by the way, has touched tons of generations. If you don't know the movie, then we actually, what planet are you on? And then you
Right.
had the layer of just, I'm sure, what Tyler Perry is doing in the industry and how everyone's intentional on taping there. And
Yes.
then we talk about the legacy of what you ladies are. And I don't want to keep using the word legacy because you're still so relevant. There's just so many layers to it. Do you feel comfortable sharing, just when it comes to productions like these, how important music plays a part in it? Like, it's part of the story. Does that make any sense? And how do
Yes.
you feel about being part of that? Like, how essential was it to the production?
Tuwisha, a lot of the music is driving the narrative, right?
Yeah.
It's very complimentary to the narrative. I mean, we were just, well, I guess we can't do the spoilers because I was like just about to bring up another iconic singer that's in the film.
Right.
She's singing a spoof of her hit song, but
Right.
it's right in line with the narrative. So, for me, music makes the world go round. It's the great connector.
Right.
So, here it is yet again, connecting storylines. It connects people, it connects everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And thank you for bringing that up, because exactly it, without me also trying to do any spoilers myself, it was part of the conversation, which brings us kind of back to the museum in a sense, where that's exactly it. What I love about our institution here is, again, is that it's not just showcasing, saying, here are these great artists, but what we also talk about is the context of importance of what it means to Black culture. So you can't have the Great Migration without music. You could not have freedom and slavery without music. You don't have the civil rights without music, right? You don't have Black Lives Matter without music. Black music and social justice and celebration go hand in hand. And so with that being said, I was actually one more movie question. Like, what do you hope people walk out feeling about the movie after seeing your performance, after seeing the movie? What do you want them to feel and walk away with? Impact.
I want people to walk away with a sense of pride, a sense of Black pride, because, given everything that's going on right now, we are constantly reminded that we're still dealing with systemic racism.
Yes.
And, it reminds you that, Lord have mercy, this has been going on for 400 years. Are we ever going to get past this? And so I think when Black people feel a sense of Black pride, like we did in the 60s and the 70s, even though we were still going through oppression, we become stronger people, because we know who we are, and we just handle things different.
Amen.
I'm trying to say that in a real nice way.
No, you have to be unapologetic here on that one. You're all about educating, elevating, and celebrating that truth.
Yes.
So I'm going to switch gears just a little bit. As you ladies know, March is Women History Month, and here at NMAAM, what we call it, we're celebrating women in the music industry, in front, behind, all around, if you will. And we call it Women in Harmony, because we want to talk about, again, the emotional impact as well as the physical and spiritual impact women have given us through Black music, through music. And so, as one of the most iconic music groups in the industry, can you talk about the importance of empowering women and what that means to you? And y'all can start off by just running off hits, because you have songs about it. But just personally, how do you feel about the importance of highlighting women?
I think it's very important to highlight women because, we are the gatekeepers. We are the ones who birth the nation. And not, outside of just being moms, if we are moms or aunts or whatever, and we choose to have a career too, there are sacrifices that have to be made. When we become working women, whether we're musicians or doctors or whatever it is, and then we have to wear two hats or more, and there are stories behind all of that. I mean, there are amazing stories to being a mom, a grandma, a aunt, a sister, a cousin. But then when you add another hat to it, like a vocation, and the sacrifice that it takes to do that, it's very important to share those stories with other women, to help uplift us all, and to keep us all encouraged, and to give us the vision to continue to move forward, and to make advancements, and to share what we know and what we've learned with society.
And what have been some women who've inspired you ladies in the industry or even outside the industry?
Oh my gosh.
I will. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was saying you go ahead.
Oh. I'll see if I can grab a few out. But first and foremost, my mother.
Yeah.
Huge inspiration, influence. And I'm not just going to stay in here by myself, you guys. My mom immediately popped up in my head. So if you want to start throwing out some of our other iconic figures, be my guest.
Well, I was going to say my mother as well. And there have been so many women in the industry that have inspired us, like Gladys Knight, Natalie Cole, Shaka Khan,
Patti
Patti
LaBelle.
LaBelle, you know, we call them the real divas.
Yes, and
And
earlier,
it goes on and on.
Yeah, and even earlier pioneers like Ella Fitzgerald and Sarah
Yes.
Vaughan and Billie Holiday.
Yeah, Jesse Norman.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I thought we were talking about women in general. We could pour
Yeah,
out
the
like
list,
water
the
on
list goes
this.
on and
Right.
on.
That was one of those kind of questions that can go on forever, but
Yeah,
Yes.
sharing that.
Yeah.
And so I was given the green light that we actually can talk about Gladys Knight. And we could talk about the great performance. So with that being said, I can also go all in coming back to the movie, and this is probably a great segue. So you have iconic folks like yourself and Gladys Knight performing. Can you tell us a little bit more about your performance in the film? What was it like? What was the song? You're free to share, I found out.
So we performed with Salt and Pepper, and it was a new rendition of What a Man called What a King. And
Yes.
and we're performing at a celebration of the king's life, which
Okay.
which it's a fake funeral, right?
Oh my God.
Initially, it's a fake funeral initially, and we're all there to honor the king. And so we did a rendition of What a Man called What a King, and it was amazing to be on the set with Salt and Pepper again, right? It was
Wow.
amazing.
It was incredible.
We all really enjoyed being costumed by the great
Ruth Carter.
Ruth Carter. So the wardrobe costume was
Oh.
amazing.
Yes.
Just the set design,
The set design
was just so
incredible.
awe-inspiring. The
Yeah.
detail, it was like we were in Zamunda, for real.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Like it was amazing.
So give me this right. So you guys were singing "What a King," what a
Yes.
man, what a king, what a king, what a king, what a mighty good king.
Right.
Yeah. And then here comes Salt and Pepper with the whole thing
Yes,
in
girl.
Zamunda. And
Yes.
I'm assuming the king we're talking about, because in this case, Eddie is not king yet. We're talking about Earl.
Yes,
Yes.
James Earl Jones.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. And so we're doing a performance, I guess, in the throne room, and you guys are dressed to the nines,
Yes.
Zamunda style.
Yeah.
And we're
Mhm.
giving this man a funeral, though he's not dead.
Right.
Right.
He just wanted to see how many people loved him.
Right.
You know what? I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Because you can't outdo us. This is the things that we do, right? Don't wait till I'm dead. Give me my flowers now.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. And let me see who's not gonna give me my
Give me my
flowers.
flowers. Like you're gonna haunt them. But I understand. I get it. I get it. So that's amazing. Is there anyone else you guys can so is there anything else you can share regards of other artists, i.e. I think Gladys Knight also appeared, but there's tons of surprises. Are we allowed to talk about that? I don't know if I'll get a ding on that one, but
I'm not sure.
It was
That's
such a
what-
pleasure meeting Sherry Headley.
Thank
Oh my gosh, such a beautiful
Yes.
spirit. Just she just has such a warm and cozy spirit, and she was so excited to meet us as we were like little kids meeting her. It was like the queen.
I know, right? You just,
I know.
what was
John Amos.
And
sing
John Amos.
John
Oh
Amos
my
came back? Oh my goodness.
And Morgan Freeman. We met
Yes.
Morgan Freeman.
Yes,
That was really cool.
that is very cool. And how was it performing with Salt and Pepper again? How
It was It was wonderful.
Phenomenal.
It was wonderful because
Yeah.
you know them girls bring it. They
Yeah.
bring it.
Yeah.
And I think we're very complimentary to each other, and we work
Yeah.
well together. And it really felt like a
Super girl power.
yeah, that's what it felt like, a girl power moment. Really, yes.
like a beat hasn't changed. You guys just picked up
Yes.
where you left off. Okay. All right. So I think that gives me back to just any final words that I may have. Thank you again, ladies.
Thank you.
I'm super excited, and I cannot wait for the museum to support you in your efforts, not only with this movie, but continuing on. I think I'll be remiss to say that, again, we're so honored. You guys have been in a different world. Juice. I know I'm even probably touching all the screen pieces. I know, I'm bringing it back. I'm going there because I think it's important that everyone understands that you guys are a mega talent. It's not just stage, it's actresses. I mean, you've impacted fashion. You impacted women power, voices. There were women still walking around, still trying to figure out how to sing that intro. I'm not going to play myself and do it and hit all the different notes, right? And so it's just amazing that we get to give you your flowers now, and we get to love on you now and celebrate you now. So with that being said, if there's anything you want to share with our museum guests and our audience, any final words?
Well, I want to thank you, Tuwisha, for
Yes.
doing what you're doing, for preserving the legacy and the culture of African American music.
Yes.
So important and so relevant.
And thank you
So,
for including us in that.
yes.
It's truly an honor.
Absolutely. I hope when the world comes down, you can make your way to Nashville and we can honor you
Yes.
We'd love
proper
to.
way and take you around. And congratulations on another hit, because that's exactly what this is. And thank you so much for everything you've done and for being such an inspiration to all of us. God bless you, ladies. And
God
thank you.
Thank you. God bless
Thank
you.
you. Stay safe.
Thank you.